go. Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to season 3, episode 37. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking a little bit more about the whole Vitor Roque situation because Andre Curry, as I talked about in today's video, in today's latest news roundup. Andre Curry, he came out in the media and he basically, gave some very explosive quotes in regards to Vitor Roque. He came out defending him and just basically said that, hey, what's going on in this whole period? But guys, as always, for these type of episodes, if you guys want to join, just go on X, click on the StreamYard link, and you'll be able to join. As well, if you want to give your thoughts and your opinions on the whole situation. But let me choose my co-host. Avado top right. He's currently his camera is off because he's currently driving back home. But then you have Sebi in the middle. But guys, say what's up.
So,
Did Avo, are you there? Okay, like he must have like some mic difficulties.
his connection.
Uh, yeah, like some connection issues or anything like that. But the whole topic on today's video is Vitor Roque. As I mentioned in today's video, his agent came out and he basically said some words, echoing some of the feelings that we have as Barcelona fans. Why is Vitor Roque not playing? If Vitor Roque he is to leave, it's not going to be on loan. It's going to be a permanent transfer. Xavi, what are you doing to him? You're bringing on players such as Mark Gu, such as Ferran Torres, Joao Felix, ahead of Vitor Roque. And we did talk about this, last episode. Just I don't think we were able to, to have like a full discussion, and I don't think you were able to make that video either.
No, yeah, I
But but,
couldn't.
but yeah, but what are your thoughts on this whole like Vitor Roque situation?
Bro, we just wasted fucking 60 million.
Well, it's currently I believe like the fixed fee is 31 million, but like since
Yeah,
like
but like
some of the
bonus.
add-ons are like yeah, so some of the add-ons are like very easy to get. People say it's like 40 million, but then like the 20 add-ons, that's like if he plays like Ballon d'Ors, minutes,
It's
and
still
all
it's
of that.
still it's still waste of 31 million. If you're not gonna play him, why buy him?
Yeah,
But it
like
wasn't
that's the
even
question.
Xavi signing. Think about
Yeah,
it. It
no,
was
it wasn't.
Deco signing,
Yep.
which
Mm-hmm.
Xavi told him not to get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but there must be something there because no way. Apparently, if he's good, why isn't he getting more minutes? If he's good enough, or if he's good, because he's a future prospect. You get me?
See,
So
see,
he
see.
should be getting a bit of more minutes.
Sebi, but we can't even make that assumption like, hey, is he good or not? Just because he hasn't been playing enough minutes.
Exactly.
L-
But I want to
Like,
say like Xavi is a brilliant player and everything,
yeah.
and he should tell if the player is good or not just based on his past and how he was part of the greatest team of a generation and stuff like that. I don't even know if Victor Roque is good enough now.
No, we don't. And then the thing is, like, right now, because of the situation and how everything has
Wait,
developed.
first of all, do you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we hear
yeah.
you. We hear.
Yo, I was hearing
Um,
everything and I couldn't respond. Okay, no, go ahead, go ahead.
no, what I was saying is, like, because that Vitor Roque now is getting, a lack of minutes, and since, we brought him in January when originally he was going to be coming up this summer. We brought him in early. Keep this in mind. We brought him in early because we needed him because Lewandowski was doing horrible. Vitor Roque was coming off, a good run of form in Brazil, being a undisputable starter in that team. And now he's struggling even to get, bench minutes, rotation minutes. And, that's not very it's not easy to build confidence that way. How can you give Vitor Roque, 5 minutes out on the wing and expect him to do something? It's going to be
I
very
mean,
hard for him to
Xavi
get
doesn't even
confidence.
talk to the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, look,
Really.
look, Elias, you and me brought this up in our
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
It's very unprofessional for a coach. I understand that you didn't want him, that he wasn't part of your plans. It's very unprofessional as a coach to not even consider giving him minutes when he's your brightest young spot aside from Pedri and Gavi. So like, I mean, yes, let me Yamal, I understand, but like an international signing like him, 40 million, you at least gotta put your money where put your money where your mouth is. If someone of that level was signed over to Barca, even if it's not in your plans, give him a chance. You got me? and
Yeah.
we even with the injuries, he still hasn't played him. So the biggest indication was after the international break, Lewandowski with his age starting in La Liga, even with Vitor Roque not getting any international action. So I mean, it's sad. It's very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, Alvaro and his agent basically came out in the media
Bro,
let me
after La
actually pull up the
Liga was
quote.
finished, after La Liga was finished, I was thinking, oh, he's gonna play because La Liga's finished. Top four is secured. No one's. We're gonna get Champions League either way. Why
Yeah,
is he not playing it?
yeah, yeah. We need a goal, and yet he's not coming on. Just I understand. Like for example, he doesn't need to be starting against Real Madrid. He doesn't need to be starting against PSG. I'm not. Even Vitor Roque has said it himself. Like, hey, I'm coming into Barcelona to learn off of Lewandowski. I'm not here to basically replace Lewandowski in the lineup. I'm here to be a rotation player and just to basically develop in these early months. But I expect 20 minutes. I expect to start against Cadiz. I
At least
expect to start.
15.
Yeah, I at least play him. Don't give him
So
5 minutes or
he
10 minutes out
has
on the
to.
wing.
I
Wait, do
cut
you guys
off
hear me?
again.
Yeah, we hear
Yeah,
you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
But that's the thing. When he has gotten minutes, he hasn't looked horrible. He has done a good job. So he has shown room for improvement, but he has done a good job. We've seen it. So it's not like
yeah,
he's just an extra man on the field. He does have an impact.
yeah. And the limited minutes that he did have, you saw some good signs right there.
Exactly.
But Alvaro, as you were saying, Andres Kerr, he came out and he basically echoed that same sensation. He said Xavi has never spoken to Vitor Roque, and I don't understand the situation. This is not right. And he even says he deserves more minutes. Um, But what's up, 24K? I sat and thought about this after reading the agent's comments again. Firstly, I think it's wild for his agent to say this. I'm just finding it hard to believe Xavi ain't ain't talking to him. See, okay, now here's what I think about this. I think that Xavi has talked to Vitor Roque, but not about the situation that's going on at the moment. I definitely think that maybe Xavi has spoken to him and say, "Hey, you know what? You're not doing this right. You're not doing that right." But I don't think they've sat down and actually had the discussion. Hey, I'm not playing you in this game because of this. I'm not playing you in that game because of this and this. Because even Michelle, like he was talking in the press conference of this. Juan Coito, I believe Coito, one of the what's it called, the Girona players, he was super upset that he didn't start that match. But Michel, he basically had like a 30-minute conversation and just basically explained to him, hey, I'm starting this player ahead of you because of this, this, and this. And he still, even though he started, he still came off on the bench and still played what, 20 to 30 minutes. That's more than Vitor Roque has played in weeks. What's up, Pineapple? Welcome to the stream. This club has been
S- uh,
systematically. What happened?
side comment. Savvy looks very cute when he's serious. But no, look. Before you read that comment,
Yeah,
it just shows you that he's not part of the plans. Because again, if you're not playing him after an international break, if you're not even having conversations about his future with him, it shows you. It shows you that he's just not part of the plans, and he's what 19 years old.
yeah.
So I mean, it's yeah,
if
it's
he
crazy.
doesn't play next season, like at least
No,
a good amount, we're gonna be in trouble.
no. But even then,
Nah,
Avido, how can you bring? How can you basically have on social media, basically say this guy's the next R9? Do you remember when Vitor Roque was
yes,
announced
bro,
that they
but
were coming in?
even then, this club's financial situation is not meant to be throwing around 40 million and wasting it.
Precisely. This is supposed to be our superstar signing, our replacement for Lewandowski for the future, and yet he's not in our plans.
Do you
He's not
think?
in
Do
our
you think he's coming
plans.
back next season? I doubt it.
Um, wait,
If this doesn't get fixed soon, I think Barca will sell him. Knowing them, they will
No,
sell him.
but
they'll
what
have to.
face is there? What face is there? Either you play or you don't.
Yeah, but let me read this comment. This club has been systematically run by clowns ever since Bartomeu. The higher ups never agree with each other, and the coach, politics, and power play, and it shows on the pitch. We suck. Pineapple, you've hit the note right on the head. When things are not going well for you, at the very top, in the board level, and institutionally, then you're going to see that reflected on the pitch. And for example, that's why you see, for example, other teams such as Man City, such as Real Madrid, such as Bayern, do so well. It's because they're actually managed and run correctly. Barcelona, they're not that. They're managed by clowns.
Look, how it should be
They've been that
managed.
for years.
How it should be managed is the coach wants a player, the coach talks to the board gets that player because the coach is making the team. The coach is making everything basically, and
Yeah,
he wants the team to be run a certain way.
yeah.
So why are you making signings that the coach doesn't want?
Oh.
And then we're throwing away money.
Yeah. Like one argument to that is like, for example, like what happens if that coach is going to be there forever, and the signings that you make, they're going to be club signings. So like regardless of the
Yeah.
manager, but the thing is, there should be an agreement between all three parties, the sporting department, the technical staff, and the board, and in deciding, hey, what's our objective for next season? How are we going to plan our signing? Who are the targets? There has been never no consensus in regards to that, and we've talked about this in the previous episode. Just look at the players that Barcelona are targeting, this summer. Deco, he wants one type of profile. Xavi wants another, and Laporta wants a third. So each of the three parties, they want a different type of profile and they want a different type of player, and that is not a stable environment to work in. And then when nepotism is at its greatest, when you're giving your friends benefits and everything, when you're working with Joao Mendes clients and you're giving them extra signings, for example, the signing of Joao Felix, the signing of Joao Cancelo, and then all of that, it just makes it even worse, and I don't see how we're going to be improving next season. you know
Low-key, we
it's
should have
tough.
fired Xavi. We should have got
Well,
Hansi
too
Flick.
late for that.
Okay, wait,
Way,
hold up,
way
hold
too
up.
late for that.
Okay, because now I want to open a different can of worms. Did Barcelona make a mistake with Xavi in announcing them? And secondly, do you think that it was the right moment to announce Xavi's stay as a manager right now, or
Okay,
should you,
I'll
or
ask
would
you.
you guys have waited until at the end of the season when we all know
I'll,
everything has happened?
I'll ask you a question to answer that question.
Yeah,
Do you think that someone like Hansi Flick that would have come in, do you think that he would have held on to Vitor Roque? Do you think
I
that he
did
would have been in his plans?
minimum giving him a chance, minimum, like at least
So
played
I
him.
mean, that's the thing. We don't know for sure how much playtime Vitor Roque would have gotten with or without Xavi. So it's a tough situation. We won't know. I'm telling you right now, we won't know for sure if we made the right or wrong move bringing Xavi back. Because if next year we win La Liga, then that was the right move. So I mean, I don't know. We can't say right now until after the summer transfers happen. I don't think we can say if it was a mistake or not.
Okay, you have a point there, but
That's what I'm
I'm all.
thinking.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that. Just I'm mentioning this not only because of how Xavi's managing, the situation, but also what we have seen throughout this season. Because something that we haven't talked about on the channel, well, I mean, like all three of us, we haven't talked about the Girona game of what
We got
basically
cooked,
was like
bro. Our defense is garbage.
a. No, but
Yeah.
the thing is, how can Barcelona collapse in a matter of what, 20 minutes, something like that, 20 minutes?
Ter Stegen's getting old, bro. We need to find a substitute keeper fast.
Not only that, but Sergio Roberto
You know
makes a
what?
mistake.
Would you guys look into a keeper this summer or wait out another year?
No, wait out still.
See, I'm always
Right?
I'm,
Yeah, I
I'm always on
agree.
the boat that Ter Stegen needs to be replaced, but the thing is, Ter Stegen, like I understand that he should be replaced, but we have other priorities. Like we don't have the money. If,
No,
if
yeah,
Barcelona
no,
had
no.
like infinite funds,
We
yeah,
we have we have way bigger fish to fry
yeah,
up top, on
precisely,
defense, in the middle. So
yeah, precisely.
Bro, I just
Barcelona,
our defense is just so bad. We get cooked.
no, but how does it go from Barcelona conceding like very little goals to then, through August, December, us conceding a shit ton of goals, then
I'm telling you right now, it shows you how crazy good Ter Stegen was last year. I don't think the defense. I think the defense got too much credit last season. You guys hear me?
yeah, we
Yeah.
do, we do.
Do you guys hear me? I
Yeah,
think their
yeah.
defense got way too much credit. I think their defense got way too much credit last year. Maybe Ter Stegen was at his peak, at one of his peak moments. Because again, that defense hasn't changed much since last season.
But I mean, just looking at the overall play, it hasn't been the same. But let me talk about this comment. Barcelona has shifted from playing football to talking football. It's all talks and social media, this and that. I hate the direction we are going, and honestly, like right now, the feeling regarding Xavi right in Barcelona is not a feeling of positivity of saying of being optimistic. You know, all that optimism that we were talking about in earlier weeks, it's gone like this. It's disappeared. You know, all the good sensations from the PSG win in the first leg, it's been completely disappeared. That loss against PSG and the El Clasico loss have just basically ruined what we were building up in the past couple of weeks. And we basically said that hey, that Girona game, it was going to decide a lot of things. And here's the thing: if Barcelona win the remaining four matches that we have, and Girona win the remaining four matches that we have, we're going to finish in third place. What do you guys think is going to take for Laporta or Xavi to basically make the decision for hey, Xavi isn't staying?
But he is
What, what,
staying. That's the thing. Like
no, no, because well, what happens? For example, we finish fourth.
we can't finish fourth though.
No, no, but I'm saying, but what if? Because it's still, I believe it's mathematically possible. Let me look at the La Liga table, just to make sure, like I'm not just talking out of my ass. Um,
Let's see.
yeah, for
Well,
example, if Atletico Madrid win like three of the next four matches, and Barcelona maybe like lose two and draw two, then we could potentially get fourth, and like Atletico Madrid could pass us. You know, well, what then?
that would be embarrassing, but we would still be in Champions League, and then Laporta's gonna be all, oh, but we still have faith in Xavi. We signed him for a new season. We're not gonna sack him yet. The only way we sack him is that if we start La Liga off like really bad. Like I'm talking like really, really bad. I don't see Laporta sacking him.
Okay. What I was asking Seb is like, what do you think is going to take for Xavi to basically revert his situation, his decision, in these next like couple of weeks? No, is it maybe us falling out of the top four, the benchmark, or do you think, hey, maybe we don't get top two?
Repeat the last part. I couldn't hear you so well.
What do you think it's going to take for Xavi or Laporta to basically revert that decision for Xavi to stay? What do you think it's going to take? Or do you think he's staying no matter what?
Are you asking me how long of a leash she's gonna have?
Basically, yeah. Like
The thing,
even if
bro.
Barcelona, like for example, if Barcelona they don't qualify for the Champions League football in these next four matches, if we lose all four, or if Barcelona, they win one but lose three,
Nah,
because
nah. I
we have
mean,
some
yeah,
tough matches ahead. We have some tough matches. We have Real
yeah,
Sociedad, we have Sevilla.
yeah. No, no. If you tell me that Xavi loses the next matches and they're out of the Champions League, then he has to be gone, right? But if he finishes the year normal, like average, like they qualify to for the champions and whatever, then I think he has until at least the winter.
At least the winter. Okay,
Yeah, I don't see
okay,
him getting sacked before December.
okay. I mean that's valid. That's valid.
It's the same
So
thing. He's gonna get sacked if we do really bad in next season. Starting off, let's say we're
Yeah,
we're like 12th place sack.
yeah.
Like Coleman, remember where we were
yeah,
like a mid-table
yeah,
team?
yeah. We were ninth right there. It's because Ter Stegen is fucking trash. That fourth goal from Girona was such a dunk, man. Ter Stegen, he should have done so much better for that fourth goal. I understand that was a brilliant hit from Bordo, but Ter Stegen's positioning right there is just awful. It's just awful, man. Like, how can you be so out of position for that? And did you see how we can see the first goal? Araujo is sent by Miguel. He puts in the cross. Pau Cobarsi loses his man. But I'm not putting the blame on Cobarsi. If the whole entire back line is a mess, I'm not gonna be expecting a 17-year-old to say, "Hey, I'm the hero."
Exactly, bro. We have two fucking 17-year-olds doing one that's doing all the shit in attack and one that's doing all the
Bro,
defense.
you know that your team is a freaking shithole when your best two players, your brightest two spots, are the two youngest players on the team.
Yeah, this 16 and the 17-year-old,
And then like
unbelievable.
an 18-year-old Gavi in the midfield, which
Yeah,
Who's
was
exactly.
been
injured.
injured all year? So
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're really gonna destroy our connection in Brazil for a manager who won't even be here in a year. Mindset, you're talking factos.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
also,
I
if
don't think Xavi's lasting more than a year.
if Madrid get Estevio, I think I will try my best just to become a neutral fan. What's up, mindset? Welcome to the stream. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. That's something that we haven't mentioned. Because looking at this,
Bro,
this
but there's
call.
no way that Madrid is gonna keep on signing players because they don't fit anywhere. Like they're gonna have replacement behind replacement behind replacement
No,
behind replacement.
no, but also like it affects Barcelona as well because look at this call. Arda Güler rejected us and went to Madrid. Andrick rejected us and went to Madrid. Berval rejected us and went to Tottenham. A Chelsea random academy player rejected us and went to Anderlecht. While Vitor Roque rejects the others to fulfill his dream of playing for Barcelona, and
No,
look
but
what happened.
let's be for real. They rejected us because we're in shambles right now and we don't have good financial situation. I
No,
think it
but
would be the opposite if we were back in 2015 and we
no,
wanted to
obviously.
sign those players. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I want to join Barca."
Yeah, but we're not there. And but for example, if we're treating youngsters who want to come here like how we're treating Vitor Roque, then why are they going to be wanting to come here,
Oh, they
especially
don't.
in the
They
Xavi?
don't. They don't want to come. That's the
Yeah,
point. That's
yeah,
why
exactly.
we can't sign anyone good.
Uh-huh.
They
If we
want to
get a
get something in
blowout game like
time.
another A2, Xavi might quit again. Um, and how is that going to bode well for Laporta and the sporting director? Because you're telling me for the last 3 months you've been begging Xavi to stay. You announce the decision for him to stay. The next couple of games go wrong, and then you decide, hey, Xavi's another man. What type of planning is that? Like how are you going to be working in the summer like that? It's just not viable. And Pinin Zahavi is also mad at Barcelona for not getting Hansi Flick, and we know what influence this guy has. Bro, there's no chance that Hansi Flick comes now. There's no chance. There's no chance. Even if for example, if Xavi does another 180, there's no chance. Barcelona, they would have to be going for Rafa Marquez. I hope Klopp learns from Xavi and decides he wants to coach again. Well, I mean, the news is that Barcelona won a top coach in 2025. So next summer. So this next season is what, a write off? Just to see, hey, Xavi, what can you do? So Barcelona pulled out of on any chance of securing Estevio. Having this public disaster with Roque, the young Brazilians watching this stuff probably hope they go to Madrid. Wow. Xavi doesn't want Estevio. He wants Danny Olmo, Xavi Simmons. Now,
Bro, Xavi Simmons, bro. I don't want
th-
fucking Xavi Simmons, bro.
thoughts
That kid
on
was fucking overrated.
Xavi Simmons and Danny Olmo.
Danny Olmo, he's all right. He's all right. Nothing crazy, but Simmons
I mean,
overrated as fuck.
Danny
Over
Olmo.
fucking.
I've been seeing more reports about Nico Williams, and I know we all like him a lot. So I guess that would be your dream. But Danny Olmo's a good. I'm just tired of getting replacements, bro. Just getting a legitimate player for the position that you're looking for. So I guess Danny Olmo would be Plan B or C because Nico Williams should be a priority. But um, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I want to say.
But but my thing is Xavi Simmons. I think he's a good player, but Barcelona already had him in the academy, and he's on loan at RB Leipzig from PSG. So in order for Xavi Simmons
Yeah,
to come in, to come to Barcelona, Barcelona will have to pay big money for him. Danny Olmo, you're paying 60 million for him, and this is in
Bro,
2020.
60
Danny
million is
Olmo.
too much. My God.
Exactly. This is a this
He's not
is
even worth 30 million.
it's precisely this is another Ferran Torres who maybe he's not even better than Ferran Torres, and you want to be playing huge money for him,
He's
like
worth
Xavi.
20 max.
Xavi, what are you doing? Danny Olmo is not a game changer. He's not a differential player. In the game in the tie against Madrid, who was it who was showing up? It was Xavi Simmons. It wasn't even Danny Olmo. And Barcelona and Barcelona, they want to go pay big money for Danny Olmo.
Look, if
Absolutely
Barca are going to
ridiculous.
make a superstar signing, Rafa Leo or Kvaratskhelia. One of the two. If you want a big superstar, one of the two, and that's it. And Xavi likes the Napoli man.
Oh my god! But it's personally simple. It's you spend money correctly. It's that
Exactly.
simple. That's
So
all I ask.
on a superstar that will make the difference.
Or for example, if Barcelona don't if they don't find anything convincing in the market, don't go for one. Don't spend
Exactly.
money frivolously. Don't do that. Barcelona don't have the resources to do that. If for example, if a I don't know if Danny Olmos isn't convincing or another player isn't convincing, then simple. Don't sign him. It's that simple. Don't make a repeat.
What are the chances of Nico Williams at this point?
He's the favorite right now. He's the favorite for the left wing position, and he's open to leaving Barcelona. Just the thing is, it's said that it would require a lot of convincing for him to come, and Barcelona would have to pay 50 million for him. That's his release clause.
Then fucking do it, bro. I don't know many other talents at the wing that cost 50 million, and that value could skyrocket in a year.
Yeah,
So,
it's simple. It's simple. If Barcelona have any money, spend it on Nico Williams.
yep.
Simple as that. Um, Estevio only wanted to go to Barca, but if Madrid wants him, he's the perfect fit for the right wing. And in Barcelona, you have Lamine Yamal. You have Lamine Yamal. It's gonna be very hard to compete with him.
You
Uh,
have you have you have Ansu Fati.
you have Ansu Fati as well. Something that we're gonna be talking about in the summer. Could he be sold? Xavi thinks Eric Garcia reminds him of Maldini. I have no idea why Xavi wants to keep Eric Garcia.
Okay, but Eric Garcia has not been bad in Girona.
No, he hasn't. But the thing is, Alvaro, you have Araujo, you have Kunde, you have Christensen, you have Paco Garcia, you have Nico Martinez, you have Miguel Fay. I just named you
Remember,
6 center backs, and you're telling
remember,
me like we need another center
remember.
back to come in?
Look, remember that Inigo Martinez is pretty much out of the plans. We've already heard that they're thinking of selling him.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Christensen or Conde, one of the two, gets sold just for more funds for our other positions. So that leaves Araujo, Christensen, and Araujo, Cubarsí, and one of the two between Christensen and Conde. So Eric Garcia could be a very solid fourth center back. With that being said, I know we have the youngster in Barca B, but again, Inigo Martinez is pretty much gone, and they should get rid of Christensen. Christensen in that team has no spot. If they want a legit pivot, and you have Cubarsí and Araujo starting, he has to be gone.
I understand that, but Inigo Martinez, he doesn't have any like resale value. Eric Garcia does. That's easily 15 to 20 million after the season that he just had with Girona. I think it's better to sell Eric Garcia because you can actually get money for him rather than Inigo Martinez, who's like reaching the end of his career, rather than Eric Garcia. That's why I think
If you can get
keeping
25 million for Eric Garcia, I would sell him.
yeah,
Oh, I agree.
that'd be
I agree.
perfect. That'd be
25
perfect.
million?
No,
Get the fuck
even
out.
20, even 20. I'm not that crazy. Dude, we
Yeah.
had Hansi Flick. He wanted to come, and yet Barcelona did not go for Hansi Flick. I've always wanted Hansi Flick to come. Why Xavi? Well, why Xavi was given that? Just I don't know.
Watch,
All
watch,
we're asking,
motherfucker. He's gonna win the UCL next year with us. Watch.
I pray he does. I pray. I eat my words. I pray Xavi, basically ridicules me. But we just know that in football, it usually doesn't happen. All we're asking of Xavi is to just give him some minutes, and that's it. Nobody's asking him for the start. But since the season is over, I think he should start the few games left. And
You
now
should start every single game that is left. There's only like 3 games left.
but
Yeah.
here's the conversation. Now Barcelona, they're actually in a race to finish top 2. And how many times has Xavi basically come on the media and say, "Hey, I'm not playing Vitor Roque because it was because of a tactical reason. I'm
Nah,
putting
it
Ferran
will
Torres because
be
I want to play with 4 midfielders. I
it
wanted
will be
to."
extremely conflicting for Xavi to come out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna start Vitor Roque now," even though we're in the race for top 2. After not starting him in meaningless games the entire season, that would be hilarious.
Mm. By the way, what do you all think about that kid named Desire? I mean I've heard of the name, but I'm not familiar with him as a player.
I've never heard of him.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of him. Yeah, I've seen the highlights. I haven't seen enough of him to actually make a decision. Like he's a player like I'll need to see a little bit more. Um, where said Damian all right? Xavi seems overrated. Damn, so he called you out. Leon Disney can just go fuck himself. Why the fuck is he worried about the Pachichi now at the end of the season? And then you have Xavi, giving into that. To be honest, I'm starting to believe that Xavi is pretty break as a coach. I think he's all right as a coach. I think he has his limitation and he has his flaws. That's just a lack of experience just showing. And maybe the whole Vitor Roque situation is just a personal conflict, and just him just throwing a tantrum. PSG will never let Simons go, bro. Let's be real. It's so insane these random links with Euro La Masia talents that left. Kvaratskhelia is a catfish, one season wonder. He got found out. Okay. Uh, yeah, I talked about that. Xavi thinks Dembele is messy. Facts. I think the issue is Xavi has break talent ID and Deco's just bro. Why the fuck does bro let's be real? He doesn't listen to what the coach wants and seems to be doing his own thing. That's something that not only Xavi has, but also Deco. I think their talent ID has been atrocious, man. The way that these two key figures at Barcelona they're looking at the situation, it's just awful.
It's like they don't watch football at all on their
It's no
free time.
consensus.
Yeah.
There's no consensus. It's just so worrying.
They don't see the players that are doing good. They just see these awful mid players that are like, I want him to play for Barca. Let's
What
sign
will
him.
happen to Paulo Torre? Xavi forced Laporta to buy him. Well, I mean, Paulo Torre right now is playing for Girona, but that great start that he had, it's fizzled out, and
Bro, another waste of 4 fucking million. We signed a
oh
kid
man.
from fucking Racing Santander, bro. That was like third fucking division.
Yo, what's up, Ricardo? Welcome to
Oh
the
my
stream, man.
god, bro.
We're so cooked, man. Oh my gosh, we're so cooked. Um, but the situation is just getting worse and worse, and as we were alluding a couple minutes ago, if Barcelona they don't get a couple good results, if for example we lose against Real Sociedad, if we lose against Sevilla, then things could turn pretty nasty.
And the funny thing
Um,
is that all these matches are not that easy either. So,
no, they're not. That's the
so
thing.
yeah.
These matches are they're difficult. Xavi thinks strikers like Lukaku, Nunez, Haaland should come to Barcelona. Um,
I don't know,
I really
man.
think
Haaland had a pretty big weekend.
Bro,
I wouldn't be
Haaland only scores against fucking shit teams, bro.
no
Who
no
did he
we,
score? Who did he score 2 penalties on?
what
Luton,
was that?
Luton, right?
No,
Yo,
no, it
wait,
wasn't
who
Luton because I had him in my
hey,
fantasy
no,
team.
it was Wolves. They play against
Oh my
Wolves.
god, imagine.
I'm an
Oh,
idiot. Yeah, yeah.
Haaland
I'm an idiot. Yeah, this weekend. That's true.
Yeah,
scores against Wolves. He's back.
yeah. El Hakim, what will happen with Paulo Torre? Well, right now is the decision for him to come back on loan in the summer, but he's most likely going to be sold. He's most likely going to be sold. It's just that's the thing. Loan moves at Barcelona, they rarely, they rarely ever turn out to be very good, and that's why Vitor Roque, his agent, came out and said, hey, if Vitor Roque he is going to be, set to leave the club, it's going to be on a permanent deal. It's going to be a permanent deal. Um, this is a big talent, and Fofana from Monaco is a perfect CDM. He has a physical ability, but we never look at Ligue 1. While that league produces so many young talent, Madrid and PSG backbone is Ligue 1. Well, I mean, this is something that, for example, it's not our responsibility to be keeping a track of these players. Barcelona, what is their scouting department doing? Their scouting department should be looking at these players, for example. How is it that, for example, you have Girona massively overperforming with the limited budget that they have? How is it that Bayer
I know what the
Leverkusen
problem is,
massively overperforming with the players that they have? They don't have the same amount of finances that even Barcelona do, and yet they're able to buy better players.
bro. We have too much white people in the squad. We need. See,
Barca need to
Says the whitest kid in the podcast right now.
Barca need to preserve ties with Andre Curry, or else we will lose Estevio William, just because that Wolverine fuck Alas Vacia bias. Oh my god, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. The biggest winner is Bartomeu. The dude got a big bag from Madrid.
At this point, let's just not sign anyone. Fuck it.
No, I know the summer is gonna be absolutely crazy, because I don't know how much how much money we're gonna have in the summer. I don't know which players we're gonna sign. I don't know which players are gonna be leaving.
I
It's
would
gonna be
sell
crazy.
Frankie, bro.
Yeah.
Sell it, man.
Not only him, but there's a lot of names being mentioned. But guys, wrapping up the episode, the whole Vitor Roque situation is just spiraling out of control, and with Andre, with Vitor Roque's agent, with his wife, coming out in social media. I completely understand why they're doing that. You may not be in agreement with that, but I understand that. It's just pouring more fuel to the fire, and I think it's not an ideal circumstance, to be working on the actual football. This is why Xavi, he has to sit down with Vitor Roque and just address the situation, because this is going to get worse and worse. I, if we don't reach a consensus. Um, but guys, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. The episode is going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so if you guys want to hear the episode over there, always feel free to. And guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, and we'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out.